What's up, y'all? I know it's dark as hell, y'all can't see me, but I had to go ahead and crank the live up. Maybe you can see a little bit. I'm at work right now. Give y'all a little time to come in. But man, I've been having some rough days. So I just want to keep y'all abreast, man. Let y'all know what's been going on with me and this new job and life period. What's up with it? Like I say, I know it's dark, but I'm in this truck, man. I'm driving right now, headed up to Olive Branch, Mississippi. Damn, look. Hold on, y'all. I got 11 hours I can drive out of a 14-hour shift. My route is Little Rock to Olive Branch, Mississippi, which is like 2.5 hours, not 2 hours and 45 minutes to about 3 hours. From Olive Branch, Mississippi, I go to Harrison, Arkansas, which is 5 hours. So now we're sitting at 8 hours out of 11. From Harrison, Arkansas, I go back to Little Rock, which is 2.5 hours. So now we're sitting at 10 hours and a half. 10.5 hours out of 11 I can drive. So like I was saying, if I get to hit these red lights or I gotta pull over and use the bathroom or anything to slow me down, I only have 30 minutes of grace period out of that 11 hours that I could, you know what I'm saying, get caught up in traffic or drive through a construction zone or any of that. Get behind somebody slow and just get stuck. And my truck is governed at 65 miles an hour. It will not go up to 66. So that's one of the problems I'm facing. I ain't had no issues so far. I've only been to Harrison once. And that day I went to Harrison, I did not make it home. I had to pull over and get a ride. Somebody had to come get me because I couldn't drive. I ran out of drive time. Harrison, Arkansas, y'all can look this up. Harrison, Arkansas is the most racist town in the United States of America. Not the most racist town in Arkansas. If you look it up, if you Google this, Harrison, Arkansas is the most racist town in the United States of America. I don't know why this company would pick me to go to Harrison, Arkansas, because everybody in Arkansas knows about Harrison. Like when I tell people that's where I go, they be like, man, you better watch your back, bro. Be careful, bro. I'm be praying for you. There's something gonna be said about me going to Harrison. Let me tell y'all about the night I had the other night, and I'm gonna tell y'all about the night I had like night before last. And I'm ended up with what happened to me so far today. I've been going through it. Okay, before I do that, let me explain to y'all the difference between me hooking up one trailer and hooking up two trailers. I know everybody ain't a truck driver. When I hook up one trailer, all I do is I get my truck in front of that trailer, I back up under, and then I try to pull forward to make sure that the trailer and the tractor is locked in together. I hop out, I hook up my air hose and my electrical hose, and I raise up the landing gear. After that, I'm ready to hop back in the truck and go. That's all it takes. When I'm hooking up two trailers, this is what I have to do. First thing I have to do is find out which trailer is the heaviest, because the heaviest trailer must go right behind my tractor, and the light trailer goes on the end. So what I do is I find out which trailer is the heaviest, which trailer is the lightest. The lightest trailer, I have to go get a dolly, which is what goes in between them. It's what connects the two trailers. So I go get that. And it was fairly hard for me to maneuver that thing, but I done learned how to do it. I get that and I put that up under the light trailer. And then I go connect to the heavy trailer, and I have to bag that up right in front of the dolly and the second trailer. Once I do that, I hop out and I connect the dolly to the first trailer, hop back in the truck, push the dolly up under the second trailer, hop back out the truck, hook up the air lines and electrical lines in between these two trailers and the dolly. I check them, raise all the landing gear, now I'm ready to go. That has taken me sometimes up to 45 minutes to do. When one trailer, I would have that shit hooked up in less than 5 minutes. I'm getting better at it. So, of course, like I say, they've been slowing me down, but I've been getting lucky because they've either been sending me to El Dorado with an hour less than going to Harrison, or they'll send me right back to Little Rock. The first night, what I did was, I'm trying to think. Either way, when I got my I really don't understand how this happened no more. Either way it goes, I raised the landing gear on one of the trucks, and I guess I didn't get all the way up under it and lock in, so when I pulled out, it slipped off. And the trailer, the front end of the trailer went down. So I had to get somebody out there. Well, I tried to crank it back up. And first of all, it was so close to the trailer beside it that I couldn't get in between them. So I was standing at the edge of the opening, like reaching in, which don't give me a lot of arm strength. And the crank was wobbly. So I'm out here losing, man. I'm about to lose my mind, but I'm out here losing. And I got it to spin a couple times. I put it on easy crank mode. I got it to spin a couple times. And I went back to check my work to see how high I had got it up. Well, when I turned around, I heard clank, 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 clank. And I looked back around, and the whole crank then broke off the truck. So I'm like, damn, what can I do? So I pick up the crank, and I take it to the line haul office, and I'm showing the woman, like I hold it up and I'm pointing, and they behind like bulletproof glass or some shit. So she just looked at me, she pointed to the wall. I'm in Mississippi, I don't know this, none of that. So she pointing, I'm like, what the hell you pointing at the wall for? She ain't said one word to me. So finally I'm like, the shop or something? You said, let me go to the shop. And she looked at me like, yeah, nigga. I'm like, damn, man, all you had to say, you like, rude ass Mississippi motherfucker. This ain't disrespect Mississippi people, but these people that I was encountering at this job is rude as hell. So now I'm trying to skip across the parking lot and get to the line and to the shop. As I'm approaching the shop, I realize that all the doors are down, so like you can't drive into the shop. I'm on foot anyway. So I'm walking around the building. I finally find a door that's unlocked. So I walk in, come up to another door. I hear the noise in the shop. So I walk through that door and now I'm in the shop. I see this dude up on this Jenny boom. That's the thing you get on to raise you up, so you can work on stuff like lights and tops of tractor trailers. So he up there, it's a black dude. I see a white dude, but the white dude's on down. So I stop with the black dude and I show him the crank. I'm pointing to it because it's a loud noise in here. So he like, 1 minute. He give me the one finger sign. Finally, he finished doing what he was doing and he boomed down. So he get down there, jump down, and he reach out for the crank. I hand it to him, he walk off. So I follow him. He grabbed this hammer looking, it's a hammer on one side, like a chisel on the other side. He put it on top of this metal thing and just get the beating on it. He beat it back in place and turn around and hand it back to me. Mind you, this man, like the woman, has not said one word to me the whole time. They just doing gestures and shit like they deaf or mute. And I ain't making fun of deaf or mute people, but this is how they was acting. These folks would not say nothing to me. So he handed it to me, and I'm like, there ain't no point in trying to talk to them. They're not talking, they rude as fuck. So I walk back out and I'm like, man, let me see if I can't fix it myself. So I turn my flashlight on, I'm looking for the bolt that holds this thing on, and I can't find it. So finally, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to go back over here to this shop and tell dude that I need him to come over here and bring a bolt and bolt this thing back on. When I get back to the shop, like I say, all the garage doors to the shop are down. So I go back to that door that I had found that I got in. I get in the front door. When I get to the second door that's gonna let me in the shop, I try to open it. It opens outward, like to the front of me. And it's something jamming the door where I can't open it. So I look through the window of the door and I see like an air compressor. A big ass red air compressor that's been pulled up to the door and put in front of the door so can't nobody get back in the garage. Oh, you a whole ass motherfucker. I'm already knowing they did this so I can't get back in and bother them to get some help. So at this point, I'm frustrated. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just go back to the office and tell a girl what I need that I can't get it because, you know, they didn't close the door to the shop. I know that's some snitch shit, but man, this is my job on the line. I gotta get back on the road. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hook up these two trailers after I get this trailer raised up off the ground. And I gotta get back on the road, man. And mind y'all, man, I'm working for FedEx. So this is Christmas time. People need their shit. People paying for shit, they want their shit. I know how I be when I order something that's supposed to be here on a Thursday and it come Saturday morning and my shit still ain't here yet. I want my shit. So I'll be mindful of that. And these folks know what's going on. They just ain't done with the task of getting people shit to them. So I'm walking back to the office and about 20 steps from that door, my phone rings and they say FedEx ground. And I'm like, oh shit, this must be one of my bosses or something calling to get my ass. So when I answer the phone, it's one of the head dudes over the yard that I'm on in Mississippi. He's like, hey, Phil, everything going okay? And I'm like, man, be honest with you, no sir. He's like, what's the problem? I ain't even tell him about the shop right back. I just told him, I'm like, look, I got this trailer and it can drop down on me and I need to get it off the ground so I can hook my load up and hit the road. And we talked and he was like, all right, I'm gonna help you. Well, you tell me where the trailer located. I told him. We went back and forth about the shop shit. And finally a dude came out there, got the trailer, and was like, hey, just go over there by the shop. I'm like, oh shit, not this shit. He was like, nah, I'm gonna bring the trailer over there. So I pull up over there. By the time I get there and turn around and get parked situated with my other trailer, this man that got this trailer off the ground, rigged up the crank and brought it to me. So I'm like, bet. I lined everything up, hooked everything up, bam, I hit the road. I can't remember anything else going wrong that night, but hell, that was enough. The very next night, I come back up there, and it's like, no, I'm gonna tell you what I missed on that first night. I was in such a rush that I hooked up my trailers backwards and had the heavy trailer in the back. So I'm thinking I really had made good time and I could hit the road at a decent time. And then as I was switching them around, I forgot to drop the landing gear on the back trailer. So when I pulled the trailers apart, the back trailer fell. That's how that happened. Okay, so this next night, I'm making sure that I don't make that same mistake again. I got the right trailer at the right spot. I done hooked everything up. But when I tried to push the dolly up under the back trailer, they didn't lock. So I done hooked everything up like I got everything going good. I done let the landing gear up. It's time to hit the road. And when I pulled off, the back trailer disconnected and dropped to the ground. I said, oh shit, not again, bro. So this time, I just called. Like, hey man, trailer drop, send somebody to help me out. I'm thinking, okay, he's just gonna get up under the thing, lift it up, do what he did last time, and back it up for me, and I'm gonna just get right back under and I'm gonna go. But when he came, the trailer was down lower than last time and he couldn't get up under. So he like, man, I'm gonna go to the shop and tell one of them dudes come with a forklift, lift it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna get up under. I'm like, okay, bet. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? Teamwork makes dream work. So he leave, come back about 8-9 minutes later, like, hey man, they say the forklift ain't gonna get it, the trailer too heavy. I said, man, they don't know what's on the trailer. I said, it's my light trailer, just about 4,000 pounds on the trailer, man. Not 40,000. So I know the shop already, the ladies, they don't want to do no work, they don't want to help nobody, so I'm not even gonna press the issue. So dude, like, man, this is what we gonna do. We just gonna slow crank it and try to get it up enough for me to get up under it. So he started cranking, or trying to, and I'm like, hey man, put it on easy crank. So I put it on easy crank, and I'm like, this is my trailer, so I'm not gonna just sit back and watch you do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna crank it up. I'm cranking, and he like, man, all right, bro, let me see if that's enough. So he jumped in there, and Lord willing, it was enough. He got up under, bagged it up for me, I hooked it back up, made sure it was hooked up, and then I hit the road. That was just the beginning of the bad shit from that day. I'm smashed. I'm getting down the highway, I'm going to El Dorado. So after all that happened, I really was like, man, it's a blessing I'm going to El Dorado because now I'm able to make it home on time. As I'm cruising, well, I ain't gonna say cruising, I'm hitting the 65. I done seen a million deer. And they all, you know what I'm saying, they do what they supposed to do. They look at me and they head run back off in the woods. As I'm riding, I come up to this one deer and I see him on the side of the road. And he just leisurely walking into the street. And I'm like, bruh, turn around. Bruh, turn around. Bam. Bruh did not turn around. I smacked him hard. Now I got this deer grill on the front of my truck, so I'm not really worried about the damage. I'm knowing if it is some damage to the truck, it's minimal. So I pull up in El Dorado because I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm on this time schedule and it's tight, so I'm getting it. So I get to El Dorado and I hop out, swipe my badge on the gate to get in, and I see that my deer grill has been lowered down. Meaning, you know what I'm saying, you got the lower so you can open your hood up. And I'm thinking, all right, the door, this gate is gonna close back on me if I sit there and try to relock this damn deer grill. So I don't. I'm like, when I get in and I start dropping my trailers, then I'm gonna reattach my deer grill. Well, just that fast, it slipped my mind. I got in there, I dropped my first trailer, I dropped the dolly, I put the dolly up where the dolly go, and then I hop back in the truck and I put the jump in and back up and drop off this first trailer, my front trailer. When I hit the curb and pull up, I'm beside this truck. Now, if I bag straight up, I'm gonna bag into another trailer, so now I got to cut the wheel so I can get in front of the empty parking space. When I start cutting the wheel, I'm looking at this truck on the side, and I knowing that I got enough room in front of my truck is not gonna hit this other truck. But what I'm not accounting for is I forgot to put the deer grill up, so now the front of my truck is extended by about 2 feet. So when I cut the wheel and I'm barely missing this truck, I'm not really missing. And my deer grill catch onto the bumper. And I don't pull the bumper all the way out the truck, but I pull the bumper off away from the truck. Like I bent that jump. I'm like, damn, I jump out, I'm like, man. First thing I do is I look around the building and I see 2 cameras. I'm like, fuck, can't play this off. So I pull out my phone camera, I take pictures of their truck, I take pictures of my truck. And I'm like, when I get back to Little Rock, I'm gonna shoot the boss the message, and I'm gonna put pictures in there so they don't be like, oh, you hit the truck and tried to hide it. And I'm already knowing that right there be ground for termination. You try to cover up some shit that you did wrong. So the whole time I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna say when I call him, text him, whatever I do. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, get my story together. And when I get there, I'm like, man, let me go ahead and put the gas in my truck, do my post-trip inspection, and then I'm gonna shoot him the text messages and the pistol. So I pull up to the gas pump. When I get back to Little Rock, I pull up to the gas pump, and I can't find my gas card. Now, one part I did leave out because it's funny. It ain't necessarily, it could have been bad, but it wasn't bad. It was funny to me. While I was reattaching my truck after the trailer had dropped, when I stepped down, I stepped in a hole. So when I let go of the truck, the hole just slung my ass because I was so out balance. And I fell right on my head, but I had so much momentum going that when I hit my ass, I rolled to my back, up on my shoulders, like my feet is in the air, my shoulders and my head is on the ground. Like I hit the ground and rolled that hard that I was doing down there headstand. Boom, it dropped my phone, my hat flew. I ain't even realize my hair came off. So I went and did what I need to do with the trailer. Came back, I seen my hat on the ground. That must be when I lost my fuel card. But anyway, back to Little Rock. I'm back at Little Rock. And I'm trying to fill this gas tank up, and I can't find my fuel card. So I'm like, golly, man, that's just something else to add on to what I gotta tell this man. So I sent a text message. I started out with, look, I had a horrible night, please don't fire me. There were 3 years right there. I started out text message like, look, I've had a horrible night, please don't fire me. I need my job. And then I went on and I told him what I told y'all, but I gave him the short version. Basically like, look, something else I left out that I had to start out with. I had started my shift when I got to work. I was supposed to start at 6. And I checked to make sure they had a route for me. They usually don't have a route for me until about 5 minutes before 6. It's like 5:30. So I checked the route, they got the route for me. So I crank everything up and go fuel up the truck. What I did was I didn't restart my 70 hours. We got 70 hours a week we can drive, just like that 11 miles. I didn't restart my 70 by taking a 34-hour break. I took like a 33.5-hour break. So now I'm like, damn, I ain't even gonna be able to work tomorrow. So I gotta explain this to them. They're gonna have to find somebody to cover my shift. Then I didn't hit a deer. So it might be some damage to the truck that I don't know about. Then I didn't hit a truck. So that's some damage we do know about. Then I lost the fuel card. I said, man, these folks probably fire my ass. I understand. I'll be sick about it, but I will understand because you're just doing too much right now. So after I explained everything that happened, I ended like, please don't fire me, bro. I had a horrible night, and I will promise you that I will not have another night like this. It ain't possible. Now, it's too many things people be focused on now that I have to make sure, okay, go down my checklist. Did I really hook everything up? Is everything tight? Is it safe to pull out? I'm going to be checking it. So I go home. I never did hear back from dude. I woke up a couple of hours before it's time to be back at work. Since I ain't heard from nobody, I text the other dude. I never hear back from him. So now I call the main office and I talked to that dude. Well, I sent him a message. Nah, I called him. And he didn't answer, so I'm like, damn, man, he supposed to probably fire my ass. So he finally called me back or texted me back and he was like, look, man, the big boss got your text message this morning. The other little boss got your text message. They checked out the truck for damage and everything. The truck, all right. As far as you hitting that other truck in El Dorado, when you do stuff like that, you need to notify somebody right then. Like, it's okay, because you did notify us and let us know what's going on, but you need to contact somebody right then. I don't care what time of day or night it is, you need to let somebody know right then what happened. So I'm like, okay, bet. Now, by what he's telling me, I'm assuming I'm not fired. Jason will contact you so you can sign your up, and he gonna contact you and let you know what you need to do about your 70 hours. I'm like, all right, cool. Dude never did contact me, so I'm like, you know what? I'm not just gonna sit at the house and assume that I ain't have to work today. Let me get my shit. So I get my lunch and everything together. I put my work clothes on, and I hit the highway. I'm headed to work. I get about halfway there, and my phone rings. So I pull over to take a phone call. I couldn't get my headphones on Bluetooth on fast enough. So I pull over to take a phone call. And he telling me like, yeah, man, you out there, you ain't got to work. Check your app. It'll tell you what time you can come in tomorrow. So I check the app while I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, yeah, it said come in at 8 o'clock. He like, all right, bet, come in at 8. He say, do not start that truck up before 8 o'clock. I'm like, bet, I got you, bro. He like, all right. He like, I told him I was on halfway to work. And he was like, nah, man, you need to check your app every day. When you check your app, it'll let you know that we took you out the schedule for the day. I'm like, okay, bet. Another lesson is something I learned the hard way, but the hard lessons is the ones you don't forget. So I go back home, and everything is fine. You know what I'm saying? I wake up this morning, and everything good. I go throughout the day, I go do a little shopping, go get me some more food. Mama light bulbs went out, I'm sitting in bed. So I went back with some light bulbs. I go there and I wake up at 6:45. I had my alarm set. So I get out of bed, and Zena's mugging me. Like, Zena's sitting on the side of my bed mugging me. And I didn't notice her here a few times while I was asleep. I would wake up and she just sitting there staring at me. I know she left this room and went and did her thing in the house and went outside. But when I open my eyes, she be sitting right there mugging me. So I jump out the bed and I sit down like, cause I got a new bed that's kind of up high. So I sit on the steps on the side of the bed. And I'm putting my socks and shoes and pants and stuff on. And I threw my shirt down here on the floor. And I'm sitting down, so Zena walked up to me. And she kind of nuzzling up on the side of me, nosing me and shit. And I'm rubbing her head, rubbing her back. And she about to get comfortable. And I see that she was sitting on my shirt. So I reach down and I'm like, hold on, Zena, move. Don't sit down, don't sit down. When I tell you I grabbed this shirt and I pulled it up, man, Zena lashed onto my ass and bit my damn finger. Had a big stupid finger. And after I snatched my hand out of my mouth, she bit me on the back of my damn arms. I'm like, hold on, god damn. And I done jumped up and I'm up this wall like, Zena, what the hell wrong with you? And I ain't gonna lie, she had me pinned up on the wall like, she wasn't grabbing him and she just looking at me all crazy and shit. I'm like, man, something wrong with this dog. Then she just sat there in front of me staring at me and I ain't gonna lie, I was froze like, nigga, I'm not going to reach it. I need to keep my belt on. I'm not going to reach to grab this belt or nothing. So finally I tell her bag up and she bagged up a little bit. And I picked up the stairs on the side of my bed just in case, nigga, I got the clock her head with her. I ain't no whole ass nigga, we'll fight up in this motherfucker, me and you. So I grabbed the stairs, she looked at me, I told her, get out of my room, and she left. Before I got up at the house, she come trying to apologize and shit, nigga. I still don't know where we stand at. But she come trying to lay by me and lay by my feet while I'm sitting down and get my shit together. And then she wanna walk me out the door when I'm going to work. And that's still my dog, I love her, so I ain't do her bad. I put her head and I just told her, hey man, watch your motherfucker self. So me and you ain't gonna be good for a minute. Cause I don't know what you did. Any other time you can beat me, I know what I did. You know what I'm saying? She only bit me 2 times before that, and both times it was kind of my fault. This time I ain't do nothing to your ass, and you just attacked me. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to watch you closely. Your stay in my house might be coming to an end. If I can't trust you, I can't have you in there. So that was the day before I came to work. I get to work, they got me. Oh, this is the funny part. When I get to work today, you know, we supposed to pre-trip and post-trip our trucks every time we in them. So when I get to work today, I'm already in the mind frame that I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. So I get to the truck, then I turn on my lights, my hazard lights, you know what I'm saying? I don't start the truck because I ain't supposed to yet. But I go to unlatching the hood so I can, you know what I'm saying, get to the motor and start doing my pre-trip. And out of nowhere, the big boss that I have, this is the big boss that I had to take. I have never met this man before. I don't know what he looked like or none of that. I just know he's the big boss because he knows exactly what's going on with the situation. And he walked up on me, he like, yo, you see how you got that grill latch? You need to latch it like this. And I'm like, huh? Where the hell? I'm like, I'm in the middle of the parking lot. This man was hiding in the truck, watching me. So he could, you know what I'm saying? 1, make sure I was about to do my pre-trip. 2, show me how to lock that gear grill to where it won't come down. Unless, you know what I'm saying, I undo it. So the first thing I was thinking was, whoo, boy, I'm glad I ain't one of these ignorant dudes that was gonna come out here, hop in the truck and drive off without doing my pre-trip. Because he probably would have fired me on the spot. So after he showed me how to properly latch the gear grill, he was just like, all right, man, drive safe, man, do your thing. And turned around and walked off. And went and hopped back off in that truck. I was like, damn. You never know where they gonna be at watching your ass or yet. Do what you supposed to do. But man, that's what's been going on with me. I'm trying to get acclimated to this job, man. Life situation, you know, we got the holidays coming up. I gotta work on Thanksgiving. I will say one blessing happened was by me getting threw off on my hours. It changed my shift time, at least for this week, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And this is the significant difference. Around here between Normandy and Western, if you got to be at work at 6, and it's a 30-minute drive for me to get to work, which means I need to leave early because at 5 and 5:30, that's when the traffic start booming, people getting out of work trying to get home. So I have to leave at 4 something. To make a 30-minute drive, it might take an hour. When I get there, I got to pre-trip my truck, get gas, whatever they want us, like we supposed to, if it say 6, it's not get to work at 6, it's be headed out on your route at 6. So I had to leave at 4:30. I'm gonna get home at about 8 in the morning. So sometimes it take that whole 14 hours. From 6 to 8, 14 hours. If you working 14 hours out of a 24-hour day, you know it leaves you 10 hours. Get home, you got to do stuff, shower, use the bathroom, shave, eat, make a phone call too. You might need to go handle some business, go to Walmart or something. Well, you got 10 hours to do it, but you got to sleep too. And being a truck driver, you have to pull an 11-hour drive day, 14-hour shift. You might want to get you adequate sleep. Try to get you 8 hours in, so that'll leave you 10 hours. But this is another thing y'all got to realize, like I told you. I live 30 minutes from my job, so that's an hour driving back and forth to work. So that leaves me 9 hours. I'm leaving 30 minutes early on the way to work, so that's 8.5 hours. I still gotta sleep, but I got that 30 minutes. Now, on Thanksgiving, everybody come to my crib, I gotta sleep during the daytime. And I was already mad about it, because like, man, I'm gonna have to sleep. They gonna be making noise, which I can't just make everybody be walking around whispering. But I'm like, first of all, I'm not gonna get to enjoy my Thanksgiving with my people. Then I'll be mad at my people for talking, socializing. And then I gotta go to work when I get up, mad, ain't had no Thanksgiving, then get to kick it with my people, and just hit the road and take everybody else. But now that I'm messed up and my shift then got pushed back to 8 o'clock, I'm not gonna have to leave the house early. I will be able to, you know what I'm saying, spend a little time with the fam. I get to sit down and eat me a plate of Thanksgiving food. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? I know this ain't my gospel station, but sometimes you endure all of that bull crap, all that shit you go through, and you don't realize. I can't be mad, I still got my job. I might be getting wrote up, but as far as I know, I done talked to the man that was gonna write me up, and he ain't, you know what I'm saying, told me come sign no write up. Big boss jumped out on me today out the woodworks, and he ain't had no write up in his hand telling me to sign nothing, so I might not even have to sign the write up. It is something that went on, you know, something else, another situation I'm going to tell y'all about before I get off of here. The morning, all that stuff happened. I'm still, you know what I'm saying, in my godly mode, so I'm still like, let me do something nice. And I go and I get me some breakfast. And I grab my mama with some breakfast. And also, I'm like, man, let me grab this sandwich. I grabbed two subs for lunch. I'm like, man, I'm gonna grab these and we gonna watch the game and eat these. And I told you I was doing my 34-hour reset, but I turned it to a 33 and a half. But on my way home, I'm on the phone. Mama, I called her, and she called me like, hey. I said, man, you ain't gonna give me the 9 o'clock? Because she called to make sure I'm all right. And she usually wait till 9. If I ain't home by 9, she'll call my phone, like, hey, you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm on my way home. So I told her, yeah, I'm good. I'm on my way home. I stopped to get us some food. I got some breakfast. And I was explaining to her what I had for lunch. I'm coming down the highway. I look up and I see about 8 to 9, maybe 10 cars all piled up behind a state trooper. State trooper is going 60 miles an hour. We're on a 65 mile an hour stretch on this highway. And I see everybody jumbled up behind him like they scared to pass him. He like a pace car, and I'm like, yeah, I know he's doing it on purpose because he got all these cars back here that won't pass his ass. Well, me, my dumb ass, I'm like, look, I know my insurance good. I know my tag's good. I know I ain't got nothing illegal in this car. I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna do my 65 and get on to the house. You know what I'm saying? Get my mama her breakfast. I'm about 10 minutes from the crib. As soon as I get up on the side of this 60 mile an hour cop car doing my 65, he hit his brakes and jumped behind me. Blue lights already on. I'm on the phone with mama like, man, you is not gonna believe what happened. She's like, police got. I say, hell yeah. I said, man, as soon as I got on the side of his ass, he slammed on his brakes and jumped behind me and hit the blue light. So I eased on over to the right side of the freeway and I stopped. And I'm like, I wonder what he got me for. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know my tags, insurance, everything, A1. I wasn't speeding. You know what I mean? So he walked up on the car. He like, yeah, the reason I stopped you because you was speeding. I'm like, hold on, bro. You going 60, I'm going 65 in a 65. How am I speeding? I said, even if this was a 60, there is not even a room on a ticket for going 5 miles over the speed limit. It started at 6 miles over the speed limit. I know all this stuff, bro. You like, you got your license and insurance? I'm like, can I reach for it? So I give him my license. I tell him I don't have a physical copy of my insurance. It's on my phone. So he like, all right, well, you gonna pull that up. Well, I'm gonna go back here and run your license. I'm like, okay, bet. He like, don't be moving around too much. I'm like, all right. So he go back there, and I'm still on the phone. I'm like, yeah, man, find the insurance. I found the insurance. He take about 10 minutes, like he really, you know what I'm saying, looking for something on my ass. He come back up to the window on the passenger side. He like, hey, you got any drugs or guns or anything in the car? I'm like, no, sir. But I'm at the same time, I'm like, where my license at? And why you asking about drugs and guns and shit? Like, bro, this is a routine traffic stop. I fresh out work. I got safety vest on. You see my lunchbox right here in the passenger seat. I got headphones on my head. You know what I'm saying? So he like, okay, well, you mind stepping out the car for me? I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Let me make sure I don't do nothing crazy. You might try to kill me. So yeah, I already sitting here with the bald head and shit. So I get out the car, he like, yeah, just step around to the back. So I come to the back, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stand right here in front of your car on camera. I'm saying this in my head. And he like, yeah, you mind putting I had my wallet in my hand because I was waiting on my driver's license. He like, yeah, you can put your wallet in your car on the trunk, and your wallet in your phone on the trunk, and you take the headphones off, put them on the trunk. I'm gonna put you in handcuffs. I'm like, put me in handcuffs. What I'm going to handcuffs for? He's like, yeah, you got an active warrant. I'm like, man, I ain't got no warrant, bro. I don't do nothing wrong. And he's like, no, you got a warrant out of Pittman County. I'm like, Pittman County, bro, where is that? I've never heard of that. I'm pretty sure I don't have no warrant out of no place called Pittman County. He's like, I don't know where it's at. I'm like, so you trying to arrest me for having a warrant out of a place you never heard of? He's like, well, you got a warrant? I'm like, man, I ain't got no warrant. So when I get in the car, he go back on, he like, oh, it's Quitman, not Pittman. I'm like, I didn't heard of Quitman, but where is that at? He like, it ain't that far from here. Your warrant is for failure to appear on failure to maintain. And the failure to maintain kind of snapped in my head, and I was like, man, they gave me a failure to maintain ticket for my accident. So I told the police, I'm like, man, oh yeah, I drove my 18 wheel off a mountain, and he was free. And he was like, yeah, that's Quitman County. They say, here, you didn't go to court. I'm like, sir, I couldn't walk, I couldn't drive, I wouldn't know people. That's not like doing that. He tell me, oh yeah, you was going 84 miles an hour. I'm like, I was going 84 miles an hour. I said, no, sir. I said, sir, you was doing 60 miles an hour. I was doing 65. He said, I said, I pulled up on you doing 65 miles an hour, past you. I was on the phone talking to my mama about how everybody else act like they were scared to pass you. How you holding up the whole highway. And he was like, that's when you was on the side of me, you was doing 65. But when you was behind me, I clocked you doing 84. And I'm like, hold up. It was 9 to 10 cars behind you. And you telling me you clocking behind you on the radar, driving forward, looking behind you, clocking people. That can't be safe. I don't even know if you can really do that. But I know I wasn't going 84 miles an hour. This is the thing about it. I explained to y'all when I first started talking, this truck that I'm governing right now is 65 miles an hour, will not hit 66. So I drive 65 miles an hour, 11 hours a day, 6 days a week. I know what 65 feel like. I'm hating this shit because I be in my car and I can't even get to 75. It don't feel right. I'm constantly looking at my odometer and I'm like, man, I feel like I'm doing 100 miles an hour when I hit 70. So I know I'm not going 84. This man that wrote me a ticket for 84 miles an hour. Now, another thing I left out is, when he got me to the back of the car, he told me to take all my stuff off and put it on the trunk. I did. And the first thing he did was tell me to turn to my car, put my hands on the trunk, and he reached in my pants pockets, front pockets, back pockets. He turned me back sideways facing him, and then he opened up my vest and stuck his hands in my jacket pocket. That is a violation of my civil rights, because first of all, you have the right to pat me down if you're looking for drugs or weapons. Once you pat me down, if you think you have felt drugs or weapons, your next move is to tell me, hey, do you have anything in your pockets that I need to know about, any drugs or any weapons? I say no. You ask me, do you mind if I search? I either consent or I don't consent. After that, if I consent, you go ahead and search me. If I don't consent, then that's when you inform me that, hey, man, this is what I'm going to do. I think I felt the gun, so I'm going to go in there and get it anyway for my safety. I think I felt the switchblade, I'm going there and get it anyway for my safety. I think I felt the drugs, I'm going to call this dog or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the case may be. But you do not have the right to just go in my personal pockets for nothing. And I ain't had nothing on me but a cigarette lighter and a breath mint. In my back pocket I had nothing because my wallet was already on the trunk. So he violated my rights and then he handcuffed me and put me in the car. I had all the conversations between us on live, but I forgot I had my mama still on the phone. So my headphones was recording everything and they were back there on the trunk. So I didn't get none of the stuff that was said. You can see my lips moving, but you don't hear nothing. So I ain't gonna be able to use that. But I gotta fight this shit, man, because dude gonna fuck up my driver's license with some lies or some mishaps, some mistakes or whatever it was. But I wasn't going no 84 miles an hour in a 65. I don't know. It's just how they be, man. So I just got to go to court and I'm going to tell them, hey, dude, they violated my rights and everything. Then try to say that he clocked me backwards through 10 cars. He pointed his arrow around all 10 of them cars. His radar went around all 10 of them cars and picked my car up, and I was doing 84 miles an hour. And he waited on me to get in front of him so he could get me. Like, bro, make that make sense. I have never heard or seen that in my life. And I'm like, what if I would have got with the rest of the cars and just been like, I'm not passing him. He was gonna let me slide. Like, if I wouldn't have never got up beside him or in front of him where he could get behind me, he wasn't gonna do nothing. If that's the case, then why did he do something in the first place? I don't believe I was going up 84 miles an hour. I believe he just wanted to get somebody, and I was the dummy to get up there in position. And I'm going to tell all that to the judge, and hopefully he has some mercy on me, like, hey, dude, these violations right there. I'm going to tell him, look, I need to see radar. I need to see all of this. I need to see dash cam. Like, bruh, show me how you pick me out of everybody, and like, yeah, you the one. But other than that, I can't believe you can't prove it. I need to throw this out. And the man violated my rights. So, how are we gonna handle this? But I'm gonna go in this, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all because it's been so long. And when I be at the house, I'd be too tired. I'd be rushing trying to handle business. I don't be having time to sit down and let y'all know what's going on or tell y'all a story or none of that. So, you know what I'm saying? This was a good opportunity. I just had to take that. chop it up with y'all for a little while, man. But I got a phone call I need to make. Call the person back you were calling when we first started. On that note, don't be afraid to take the long road instead of the wrong road. Do things the long way instead of the wrong way. Find somebody to help. Tell somebody you love them. You know I love y'all and I appreciate you. And like I said, man, you see how all that stuff I went through ended up being a blessing for me in the end. Because now I'm going to get to spend time with my family for Thanksgiving. And that's what I be telling y'all, man, don't get discouraged when you get to going through bad stuff. Because we don't think or see stuff on the level of God, so we can't understand his plan. It don't be revealed to us until the end. And sometimes we never really even get it revealed. We just end up going through his plan. So, you know what I'm saying? Ask God to continue working in your life, man, and doing things for you even when you don't know he's doing it. And watch the blessings come, man. Even through the bad and everything, you still gotta, like I say, you gotta find that blessing and find that good that's coming out of everything you're going through. When you do that, it makes life a lot easier for you. Like I say, man, I appreciate y'all listening to me, man. Let me vent to you and get this stuff off my chest. And I'm gonna try to come back and talk to y'all real soon. Let's stay blessed, man. We're gonna holler at you. Yeah.